2023 is over and a new year has begun. You probably have a whole list of New Year's resolutions, such as going to the gym and shrinking that inner tube, which has gotten more enormous thanks to all the Christmas cooking you shoved down your pie hole. And you probably swore to treat your family and friends a lot better. Well, you can add one more New Year's resolution to your list. Hi, SA here, and when I'm not sounding like a complete knucklehead on the computer, I'm also a published author, and I have a deal for you. Remember to get your copy of Glitch, a precarious duo, and its sequel, Glitch, The Future is Unwritten. You can get them on either Kindle or paperback. Both are available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and other fine bookstores. The links are down below in the description. You will enjoy this crime thriller tale of a kidnapped teen model and a reluctant jewel thief who are on the run from the law while on the treadmill at the gym. And I'm not just some one-hit wonder either. I have more books coming down the pike, so as long as I don't die in my sleep. Stuart? Stuart? You'll see those other books too. Now let's get back to the video. Hello again. SA here. Now, some of you, well, maybe not some of you, but whatever, who are as old as I am, probably remember the 1966 Texas tower shooting. Yeah, because I remember I was a little kid at the time. My father, he had a Look magazine. It's a defunct magazine now, but it had pictures of the shooting. And I remember skimming through it as a kid, and I was wondering what the hell happened here, because it showed all kinds of bullet holes and broken glass and blood everywhere, and I was thinking, what the hell? What is this? I didn't understand, didn't get it. But then years later, I got more information and figured out what happened. I said, oh, yeah, this guy, Whitman, went little, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and killed a bunch of people before he got shot up by the police. Very famous incident. They actually made a few movies about it. And of course, well, problem with kooks and guns is that they're usually more than just one. And anyone who's my age probably remembers all the other shootings that had happened afterwards. Like the crazy fool who went into a damn McDonald's down there in San Diego back in the 80s. I guess he wasn't happy with his Happy Meal and went to that McDonald's and shot up the place. Killed a whole bunch of people. I think it was like almost 24. And then of course some of you out there who are old enough probably remember Columbine. You know, those two knuckleheads. And of course that crazy Korean guy who shot up Virginia Tech. Yeah, it makes me wonder how that guy managed to, a guy who wasn't an assistant in the United States, how he managed to get a bunch of guns. Whatever. And then of course, you know about was it Aurora Theater, where the guy went there with the green hair, thought he was the Joker, except the joke was on him. Yeah, and of course Sandy Hook. And and those crazy wannabe ISIS knuckleheads that shot up that Christmas party in San Bernardino. And then of course the clown that another crazy, I don't think he was an Arab, I think he was from Afghanistan, went into the damn nightclub in Florida, was it Orlando, and shot that place all to hell. And then of course and of course that incident happened at the at the country music festival up there in Las Vegas. And we still don't even know what happened to that. I mean, you talk to the damn Vegas Metro PD, they can't tell you. They don't know what that guy's major malfunction was. They just know that he went up to the damn casino, got a front row seat, up, I guess it was on the 15th floor of the building, opened up the windows, and took every damn gun he had brought with them and just went to town. They found out why. But of course, the thing is about all these shootings is you had some kook with a gun, or more than one gun, and a lot of bullets. And of course, we know about these shootings because the news media tells us all the time that these kooks are running out there, shooting up the town like a bunch of yahoos. Well, a funny thing happened within the last 24 hours. There was another shooting at a school in Iowa, of all places. Now, get this. If you were watching 6 o'clock news in the last 24 hours, you probably didn't hear about it. And indeed, the only reason why I heard about it was because of Jerry from the Quartering. He mentioned it. He only found out about it because the Daily Mail mentioned it. And then you wonder, well, that's odd. We had a school shooting and nobody talked about it? Yeah. That is strange. You figure that all the anti-gun crowd will be out there with the protest signs saying no more shootings, no more dead, get rid of the guns. But nope, radio silence. Don't you find that a little odd? I mean, where's that damn kid from Parkland? I can't think of his name now. The anti-gun advocate. Yeah, where is he at? Don't see him on his soapbox. But anyway, the whole point of this video is that not so much that the shooting occurred, is the radio silence is deafening. And then you say, well, why? Why that only one news media outfit even mentions it? Well, of course, the first presumption is that because nobody technically died. Okay, well, one person died, and that was the shooter. And no, the police didn't do him, and he did himself in. That's not to say people didn't get hurt. Yeah, 3 people got shot, including the principal. And currently, he's in the hospital last time I heard. But according to Jerry from the Quartering, he thinks that the reason for radio silence is political. And he said one of the reasons that he suspects that is because, according to him, when people found out about the incident and they found out the name of the clown who did it, some guy called Dylan, and no, not that Dylan, no, a different Dylan. They tried to find information about this guy, and they couldn't find anything. It was like the guy didn't exist on the internet at all. Total cipher. Except that wasn't true. Apparently the guy had a serious social media presence. He was on Twitter, he was on Instagram, oh my God, he was on TikTok. But according to Jerry from the Quartering, somebody, don't know who, totally scrubbed his social media off the internet. Everything. Gone. And now you're probably saying, well, how did we even know that he was even social media in the first place? Because apparently in that brief period between when the shooting occurred and the word about it slowly started to filter out primarily on social media, someone got to this, found this guy's social media presence first and took a few screenshots. But then when other people tried to find the same social media accounts, whoopsie, they're gone. Poof. Like spill on the sidewalk in Amarillo, Texas, in July at high noon. No, now it's there, and whoop, now it's not. And Jerry from the quartering, he thought this was real suspicious. And then, of course, a few people who managed to get a couple of screenshots of this Dylan, I think his name was Butler. Yeah, I think his name is Butler. Managed to get the few screenshots. They found out he was one of those people. And those people, those alphabet people. Yeah, the ones that Dave Chappelle likes to make fun of all the time. Yeah, those people. And Jerry from the Quartering thought it was very suspicious. I mean, it's one thing to have this clown's social media from one site getting scrubbed, but all three, all at once? Very suspicious. Yeah, real suspicious. Yeah, well, according to Jerry from the Quartering, he thinks that someone scrubbed this guy's social media because, well, okay, don't even pussyfoot around, okay? He believes that the alphabet people who run these social media sites, or at least have some influence over the people who run these social media sites, they probably told the people in charge, get that motherfucker's social media off of there before everyone finds out he was one of us. Now, why would they do that? Is it because they're kind of a little embarrassed that it was one of theirs that decided to go full postal? Maybe. But now this is where Jerry from the Quartering gets almost ahead of his skis. Almost. He thinks that it wasn't really the alphabet people who ordered the social media scrubbed. He thinks it was the news media. Why? Because, are you ready? He thinks that the news media put this guy up to it. And no. Before you say, oh, this sounds like Alex Jones shit. No. Wait. When he means the news media put this Dylan clown up to, going into his school and turning into a block of Swiss cheese, no. He means that news media propaganda. And you say, what propaganda? Well, how many times have you heard Sleepy Joe talk about MAGA Republicans or the MAGA agenda or MAGA extremists? How many times you heard that? More times than you probably want to hear it. So you say, what does that do with this knucklehead? I'm getting that part. Anyway, Jennifer McCoring thinks that these people in the news media, people like Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid, yeah, those two knuckleheads, and other doofuses like them, are constantly out there with their megaphones screaming, oh, you gay people, all the dreaded evil Republican, Nazi, fascist, whatever, want to round you up and put you in camps and turn on the gas like the damn German fascists did back in the last century. Yeah, that kind of garbage. I mean, how many times have you seen damn stupid articles in the Atlantic on cotton picking BuzzFeed or those doofuses over there at MSNBC going on and on about Trump and his neo-fascist cohorts are going to round up all the gays and all the brown people and send them to the gas chamber and finish them off and bullshit like that. How many times you heard that garbage? Yeah, I've heard that garbage and I don't want to hear it no more. because it's dumb. Well, anyway, according to old Jeremy, he thinks that what's going on here is that if you get your information from one source, i.e. the stupid news media, the left-wing news media, the radical leftist kooks over at the New York Times, Washington Post, the MSNBC, and the other alphabet networks, after a while you get brainwashed, that you become fearful, that you think everyone is out to get you, especially if you're some faggot. And therefore, if you're already half crazy, all this propaganda will make you go around the bend. Indeed, how many people went crazy during the coup? Yeah, remember CNN and their death counters that down the bottom of the screen? Remember that garbage? And how many people now, today, 2024, you see walking around wearing a mask, even though the coup's been over for at least 2 years? Because those people's brains are not right. They were already half crazy to begin with, but then when they were seeing all that damn garbage about the coup, saying, oh, don't go outside, you're going to die. Or you got to need like 20, 30, vaccinations of the damn stupid vaccine. Otherwise, you're going to get the coup and you're going to drown your own blood. You mean, that kind of garbage. I mean, some people who weren't quite right to begin with, they went totally crazy. And like damn Howard Stern, for example, and they won't go outside anymore. They won't even look at a picture of a sunset outside because they're so afraid. Well, anyway, same thing with some of these alphabet people. They've been digesting so much radical leftist propaganda from these idiots in the news media that they really do believe that everyone's out to get them. But then again, remember what someone said about Nixon. How they said that just because you're paranoid doesn't mean people ain't out to get you. Well, Nixon was a unique case, and I'm not going to get into the weeds about him. But yeah, if you're eating bullshit 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, eventually you're going to believe the bullshit. I mean, look at some of these knuckleheads right now over at the Atlantic Council. They still think that people in Kiev is going to win this war against people in Moscow. Even though the people in Kiev, their country's all blown all to smithereens. Man, the damn place looks like goddamn Richmond, Virginia in 1865. All burnt and full of holes. Now, why is that? Too much. They've been consuming, they've been getting half their own supply. They've been eating too much of their own propaganda. Or as those brothers from the Iran would say, they started to believe their own bullshit. And that's true. That's true. Which means they're going to be sorely surprised when the people in Kiev finally wave the white flag and give up. Or damn, the Ruskies finally kick in the door of the city of Kiev and take the place over. Yeah, they're going to be fucking surprised. But anyway, back to this knucklehead in Iowa. It's clearly obvious he's been eating too much left-wing propaganda. And he was probably half crazy to begin with, and then he went totally crazy. Or as Desmond Tutu once said, he went totally around the bend. And he went to his damn school, and he shot it up full of holes, but he didn't kill anybody, except for himself. But then, somebody took down this crazy Dylan Kook's social media. Just wiped it clean. That is suspicious. That is something you can't ignore. You can't ignore that. And the fact that only the Daily Mail, they used to say, or as little Brian Stelter would say, no, authoritative sources, since they're the only ones who mentioned it. Nobody else, not CNN, not MSNBC, not New York Times, not Washington Post, none of them mentioned it. I mean, not even Fox News mentioned it. That is very, very suspicious. Very suspicious. You can't ignore it. So what does it all mean? Simple. Gay privilege. Yeah, I'm going there. Because believe me, if this Dylan guy was wearing one of those stupid red MAGA hats and a big old like a no Trump 2024 shirt and went to that damn school and shot full of holes, believe me, you would not hear the end of it. You'll be getting 25 hours, 8 days a week coverage on all those damn networks. Talking about, oh, this is a sign of the dreaded Trump MAGA Republicans coming to kill us all and all that garbage. But the fact that it was one of these protected classes, these damn people in the news media playing a game of hide the football. What's the cliche? Lying by omission? Yeah, they're sitting there basically saying, hey, if we don't talk about this, maybe it'll just go away. And people won't know about it. Well, guess what? You wrong, damn it. I mean, it wasn't for Daily Mail and Jerry from the Quarry, you wouldn't hear about this mess at all. Which is a bunch of bullshit. Because anyone whose brain works doesn't like school shootings, don't like mass murder, don't like knuckleheads going up and into these damn institutions, whether it be damn universities in Texas or a damn McDonald's, and just and going to town like a Tony Montana at the end of Scarface. I mean, nobody wants to see that shit. Nobody. But the fact that these knuckleheads in the news media, if the killer or wannabe killer of some one of these incidents has the right politics, or I should say the wrong politics, they're not going to mention the story. They're not going to mention it. They're going to zip, boop, and say, next story, please. And that's bullshit. That's rubbish. That's garbage. I mean, that shouldn't be allowed. But that's the kind of news media we got in this country. They're totally politicized. In other words, if some bullshit happens in the world, if the bad guy has the right politics, they're going to try to find a way to tiptoe around it. I mean, look what happened with the Baghdad Gotti clown, that guy who ran ISIS. Stupid idiots over at the Washington Post called him a learned Islamic scholar. Get out of here. That guy was a fucking terrorist. But why'd they do that? Because that Baghdad Gotti, even though he was a killer and a terrorist, he was also a Muslim and an Arab. And therefore, he had the right religion and the right ethnicity. Now, Baghdad Gotti was some stupid white guy from Hackensack, New Jersey, and was a lifelong Republican. Oh, they definitely wouldn't have called him no damn learned Islamic scholar. No shit. I mean, anyone who's watched the news much as I have knows that this kind of bullshit can't stand. I mean, tell the fucking news. Don't be playing games of hide the football just because some incident happens, but the perp has the right politics. Or I should say the right politics as far as the left-wing radicals that these news organizations are concerned. And therefore, they'll play a game of hide the football and say, oh no, we can't put this out there because it'll make people like us look bad. Well, maybe it should make you look bad. It was because your propaganda made this kook in damn Iowa go into his damn school and try to kill everybody. And then the news media are embarrassed because you probably know that your propaganda made this guy go coldly ape shit. And now you're going to sit there and play hide the game and hide the football, hoping the story would just go away. Well, guess what? The story ain't going to go away, goddammit. Because I'm pretty certain the people in this damn town in Iowa, they're not going to stay quiet. And I'm pretty certain this kid's parents, they're probably going to open their mouths and tell the truth. Maybe. So yeah, there you go. Now, I don't like these mass killings as much as anybody else. I just want the people to tell the truth. Just report the news. Just as Walter Cronkite used to say, and that's the way it is. I mean, because if Walter Cronkite was around today, he would be telling you the same thing right now. You're not a journalist if you're not telling the viewing audience what's happening in the world. If you're basically, contorting and twisting the news to fit a particular political narrative, you're not a news reporter. You're a propagandist. That's what you are. Just like that clown Goebbels used to work for Uncle Adolf back in Germany. I mean, why do you think they called Goebbels the minister of propaganda? Because that's what he was. And that's what these knuckleheads who call themselves news reporters are. They're propagandists. The fact that they won't even report on this damn attempted murder because this clown had the right politics, their politics, just shows what scumbags they are. I mean, these people are just full of shit to no end. But hey, these people probably not going to be around in about a decade or two anyway, because more and more people, good people, people whose brains still work, they are hungry for news. They're not hungry for bullshit. Why do you think a lot of people turned against that stupid mess in Ukraine? Because enough of them, enough people, good people, know that most of the garbage you see on the damn TV news, CNN, BBC, Sky News, even Fox News, and of course the stuff you see in the Guardian and the Telegraph and the New York Times and the damn Wall Street Journal about that damn miserable war is rubbish. It's bullshit. Just complete nonsense. Talking about, Vlad's gonna recreate the Soviet Union. No one believes that. That the 87% of the Russian military got destroyed fighting the Ukrainians. No one thinks that's real. That Vlad has multiple body doubles because he's afraid of being assassinated, and the guy had several heart attacks and sleeps in a bunker underneath the Kremlin because he's afraid of being assassinated. Nobody believes that either. And that's why the people in the legacy newsmen ain't going to be around much longer, because they are not news reporters. They're propagandists. They're creating a fake narrative. And that's the important part. Creating a narrative is one thing. Creating what is obviously a fake narrative is completely, scuzzy. Totally below board. And most people, good people, have had enough. They just said, no, we don't want this shit no more. Why do you think they're going to people like Drink from the Quartering and Tim Pool and even Joe Rogan to get their news? Because they can't trust the damn people on the Alphabet Network. They can't trust the damn people in the New York Times, Washington Post. They can't trust these fucking dummies here at the fucking Los Angeles Times. And then you say, why I get the Los Angeles Times? Because I like the comics, okay? So sue me. Yeah. These clowns not going to be around in a decade or two, because new news organizations are popping up all the time. Like that guy, what's his name? I think his name is Peter Lancaster. Yeah, he's an independent journalist. I mean, the guy, he's on the ground right now in Donbass amongst the mud and the blood and the beer, and he's doing good journalism, telling people what's happening. And people at the Duran.com, they're doing good journalism too. And Clayton Morris and his wife Natalie over there at the Redacted, they're doing good journalism. And Clayton and Natalie used to work for the damn Washington Post and Fox News, so they got fed up and then walked away. So yeah, these damn people at these legacy news media people, they're not going to be around in by the 2000s. Most people going to be gone, just gone. And then people like Tim and even big man over there, Jerry from the Quarry, they're going to be the new kids on the block. Yeah. Unless, of course, Jeremy ends up having a heart attack because I have to admit, that brother, he don't look too healthy. Yeah, I think he's eating too many cheeseburgers. Yeah. I mean, he needs to cut down on that. But, yeah. So I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about that damn school shooting that these damn legacy news media people are trying to play a game of hide the football. And that's my opinion.